The local resource that I researched was Sequoia National Park. So families are able to find more information through emailing SEKI_interpretation at nps.gov, as well as calling 559-565-3341, which is the park. But the best website that I found for information was just Googling Sequoia National Park, so that's just their regular site. And then you click Plan Your Visit, and then it gives a drop down, and you'll click Accessibility, and that will be best for people who need help with accommodations for disabilities. So this resource is for the general public. It's for anyone and everyone. The activities that are available are just your standard outdoor activities like camping, hiking, having picnic areas, visitor centers, horseback riding. And so how Sequoia National Park accommodates for individuals with disabilities is they first allow service animals in all of the national park. And the shuttle buses all are provided or are all wheelchair accessible. And then when I was explaining the Plan Your Visit area at the Sequoia National Park website, it gives a list of places in which are accessible for people with mobility impairments, as well as the description that they have maps and guides in Braille, and they have assistive listening devices, open captioning, and receivers and headphones available in the visitor center for those who have hearing impairments. So the two biggest takeaways I took from Dr. Milner's video was that parents do care about their children, and those parents are really just trying to do their best to support their children. And so teachers can't, and then the second one was teachers can affect students differently depending on the child's economic status due to the possibility of them not having help outside the classroom for the reasons that like their parents could be working a lot, so not at home, as well as being unable to afford tutoring and other supplemental help. So this really just reinforced what I thought about parental involvement, that parents do care, they want the best for their children, and they're doing the best they can for their children. The biggest takeaways I took from Dr. Ford was that cultural differences can cause misunderstandings between people, and there are differences within ethnic groups, which can be due to where they're from location-wise, gender differences, and economic differences. And then stereotypes set roadblocks and barriers, reducing the chances of students achieving their full potential, so it's important to be aware of those. So how Ford explained the various factors that affect individuals from racially and culturally diverse backgrounds is that there's basically two groups. There's voluntary minorities and involuntary minorities. So the voluntary minorities are people who are immigrants who came, who wanted to come for a better living. And then the involuntary minorities, who are people who didn't have a choice and who were forced to come, such as slaves. So this can ultimately shape how they look at school and can be kind of the reason why some minority groups do better in school while others tend to struggle more often. So there are a wide range of emotions associated with being a parent of a child with special needs. So one of those is grief, which include denial, guilt, anger, depression, anxiety, and fear. And the other side of it is joy, which can include strength, hope, love, and pride. And so as a teacher, you want to help the families to become accepting of their child's disability, to be understanding of how they are dealing with the child's disability. And you want to focus on the strengths and help the family to build off those and encourage them to become more empowered themselves as a family. So, medical expert, advocate, and personal future planner are the three roles of a parent of a child who has a disability might undertake that are unlike the typical roles of a parent. So, as a medical expert, parents often must have a deep understanding of their child's disability, as well as the issues that may arise due to that disability, and communicate those to those who are helping their child. As an advocate, they may have to speak up to get what their child needs and just be that person really just like on their child's side. And as a personal future planner, they have to help plan their child's future through looking at their interests and strengths so their child will be set up for success in the future. Ways teachers can build relationships with students and their parents is to create an accepting and supportive environment, and that really plays a key role. So to do this, you want to encourage families' involvement as it helps to increase academic success. You want to be respectful of families and their choices that they make for their child, as well as their point of view. And finally, you want to acknowledge the strengths. So you want to focus on the strengths of the child and not their weaknesses.